I would like to start off with asking him, just in a nutshell, tell us about your 8 years of experience. We had a question, where did you serve, Navy, Air Force, and what did you do exactly?
So I served in the Army, US Army, and the National Guard. That duty contract was 4 years. Roughly the first half of that, quarter of that was training, about 20 weeks of training. And so 3.5 years you're kind of serving, you're at a normal unit. The first 2 years I was in South Korea. I operated a chemically outfitted Stryker, therefore to kind of detect chemical, radiological, nuclear, stuff going on, or just be able to pull security with a 50 caliber machine gun. Did that the first 2 years of active duty. Spent my last bit of that contract in Fort Drum, New York. It's not anywhere close to New York City. It's like on the other side. And there I was reconnaissance and surveillance. If somebody used a chemical weapon or some kind of, Geneva Convention weapon, I guess anywhere in the world, an RNS team would take samples of it and document it, make sure it's taken care of, and send that in to like the UN or whoever to persecute whoever used that weapon. So finished up in New York, decided I wanted to get out of active duty, wanted to start to go to school, start my civilian life. So I ended up getting out by 2015 active duty, going back to Alabama, where I ended up actually meeting Greta. So when I got back to Alabama, I signed up for the National Guard, which is kind of, when you sign an active duty contract, you always have to do some kind of inactive reserve time, either inactive or active. So I just basically did active reserves, and when I went to the National Guard, I reached class, actually changing my job, which in the US Army they call it MOS. So it's like a military operations specialty. I switched it to infantry just to kind of switch it up a little bit, and was kind of wanting to get a deployment under my belt before I actually got done with the military. However, I never fully deployed to a combat zone. Went to South Korea for 2 years, but however that wasn't necessarily considered a combat zone because it's not an active combat zone at the time. So I reclassed to infantry in the National Guard, and then that's where I did about 4 more years, and then I went to school.